Pete here with the Small Business Resource Center and the Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. I'm going to summarize the $2,000 stimulus check so you can make a determination what's right, what's wrong, and if you're going to get it. So stay tuned. This is an important video. First of all, the $2,000 stimulus checks were proposed by President Trump. December 27th, he announced that he would sign the $2.3 trillion COVID relief program and the $1.4 trillion government spending budget. What Trump actually suggested also was to repeal Section 230, which basically prevents social media companies from having any liability for what they do or what's posted on the website. And the main reason why that's important is because a lot of people don't realize it, but they actually silence conservatives, and they actually don't tell the truth. What they do is they silence what they don't want people to know. Their fact checkers are primarily all liberals, and basically if they don't like what you're saying, you get banned. They say what you're saying is not true, or you get shadow banned, and some people get deleted or Facebook jail. This happens in all the platforms, not just Facebook, by the way. Also, he called for a review for election fraud. That's what Trump did. Then Monday, 28th, the House voted 2/3 to accept the $2,000 stimulus checks. That's great. Of course, we all thought, hey, this is great. This is going to happen. $2,000, no problem. And the news stated that 600's on the way. As soon as the 2,000's approved, you're going to get it. Tuesday, Mitch McConnell, he said that he wanted to table discussion on the $2,000 checks. He was not ready to pass it right away, and they needed to talk about this. Of course, it upset a lot of people. On Thursday, December 31st, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell basically said he would have the $2,000 stimulus checks and sign for it, but he packaged it with the two other things Trump asked for. He asked to repeal Section 230 so social media companies would not have no liability from their actions and what's on their website. And the reason why this is important is because they silence conservatives. Anything conservative they don't allow. Even people post things that are pro-Trump, they just don't allow it. If you're, Christian, they don't like a lot of things you post. But if you're a liberal, you could post whatever you want, even though some people might say it's inappropriate or disgusting. They don't even care. And that's basically the truth when it comes down to that. And next of all, there will be setting up a committee for election fraud, which Mitch McConnell also proposed because of what Trump said. Now, of course, I feel this is important. Some people are against it, and I'm always saying, well, why? For 4 years, Democrats are talking about election fraud, and we need to do something about it. And now that they're trying to set up a committee and Trump's team is talking about it, they say there's no such thing. So, well, you can decide that. Bernie Sanders said less than 1% of the population, by the way, would be getting stimulus checks that don't financially need it. What Democrat Senate Majority Mitch McConnell said is these stimulus checks are socialism for the rich, which I, of course, don't agree with that statement either. I'm just explaining what's there. But he said when you do the math, only 1% of the people get stimulus checks who probably don't need it. The rest of the Americans, they really do need it. Bernie Sanders also pointed out that Republicans that are complaining, Mitch McConnell also, weren't complaining when large corporations got $1.4 billion in tax breaks like Coca-Cola did, which don't need it. I would have to agree with him on that point. So Chuck Schumer, he said that they should pass the $2,000 stimulus checks in a standalone bill, and Section 230 and election fraud should be dealt with separately. Now, basically, here's where I'm going to be a devil's advocate, even though I kind of think it is important and they should do it this way. The problem is the Democrats were never going to vote for reviewing election fraud or repealing 230. Both of those things are biased. for the Democratic side. I mean, if you don't see that, you're foolish. They asked about election fraud for 4 years, tried to blame Russia and said that's the only reason why Trump won. And now we're not talking about election fraud, and this is bullshit. So I don't know. I think election fraud should be reviewed. I think they should audit every single county, parish, township for the election despite anything, and we need a new system for elections so there can't be any fraud. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but they have not come to terms. I know they were working on it on New Year's Day, and I heard some small stuff over the weekend, but nothing was significant or new. But this gives you update from January 3rd, so something new might happen on Monday, and this is everything. So I don't know what your thoughts or comments are. You should be getting your $600 checks, and you should be getting your funds if you have children, as well as I do believe they're going to pass the $2,000 stimulus checks, but we'll see what happens. It's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center. Smash a like button, subscribe if you're new, and basically, I'll keep you updated on anything that happens with the stimulus checks. I'm also going to have video for the EIDL because more information is coming out on that, and the PPP loan. So if you're a business owner, you want to subscribe to my channel. We don't just do COVID news and programs, but we're going to have a lot of information for business because we're the Small Business Resource Center. Have a great day.